Alright, welcome to the Ironwood Gym. This is going to go over an exercise that I came up with probably around 15 years ago. It's probably 2006, 2007. And at the time, there was a lot of information coming out about, it's really isometrics, but everyone called it static abs. And they had many different variations that were coming out, and I kind of came up with this along the same time. I call it the ab and press. And what this is an exercise where you're going to lay back in either a Roman chair like this one, or a glute ham bench, or the best option would be a decline bench. But you're going to lay back, and then you're going to use the dumbbells and the movement in a pressing motion to create tension in your abs. Okay, the idea is to stabilize your body, keep your body still throughout the entire movement. There should be no movement of your body, only with your arms. As I said, I highly recommend the decline bench. That's the best option. A glute ham bench is also a good option. However, if it's one of those that has the roller type glute ham benches, I recommend against that. I don't recommend using that at all. If you're going to use it, you have to be very careful, because one wrong movement and they will. I've seen people tip over the edge, not just in this exercise, but in others, taking their feet out too soon or whatever. So, or you can use a Roman chair, similar to this is a cheaper one, a cheaper version of one. But as long as you can have your feet anchored in here and you have a place to sit over here, you can do this exercise. The other thing I'd recommend, a decline bench, you really don't need it. But with the glute ham bench or the Roman chair, I would recommend having a person there to hand you the dumbbells and take them away when you're done. Especially if you're working with a team. If you're doing it by yourself, you can do it, just be careful doing it. But if you're working with a team in a team setting or in a group setting, I definitely recommend having someone, having a spotter or a partner with each person, taking those dumbbells away and handing them off. So I'm just going to do it by myself today. I'm going to use 15-pound dumbbells, and you can kind of see how I get set up in here. And focus, one of the focuses you want when you lay back, okay, you get set up and you lay back so you're almost flat to the ground. I don't recommend going completely flat to the ground. I'd rather see you sit up just a little bit above parallel. The other thing is, you don't want your abs, you don't want to lose that tension in your abs. So you actually want to crunch your abs down the entire time versus letting yourself do this, because you'll lose that tension in your abs and your back will start to extend, and we want to avoid that. You want to keep that tension, stay nice and tight in your abs, keep tension in your abs, and keep it crunched forward the entire time. The movement, like I said earlier, the movement is done in a pressing motion with the dumbbells. This is not an upper body exercise, okay? That is just to create movement that your abs and your torso has to resist, okay? This is an isometric ab exercise, all right? So I'll grab some dumbbells, and you're gonna sit up. Again, be careful getting into the bench. But you're going to sit up in here. You want your feet locked in here. You're going to lay back just above parallel. Press. There's 3 reps. And I actually recommend pausing at the top of every rep. Don't be in a rush to get this done. We want time under tension on those abs. We want to force them to contract and stabilize your torso. So move, pause at the top, come down, maybe a brief pause, back up, pause at the top. The next thing, when you're doing the movement, okay, you want to push those dumbbells so they're locked out over your shoulders. Okay, if they're locked out down over your waist or over your stomach, that's decreasing the lever arm, I guess. I don't know the best way of saying that, but it's moving the weight more towards your center of mass, which makes the movement easier. Okay, we want the movement to be more difficult, so we want to press that weight over our shoulders, keeping the weight away from our center of mass. Okay, so there you have it. That's the ab and press. Okay, fantastic ab exercise. It's an ab exercise that I would rate very highly among my top ab exercises, probably in the top few. Very good ab exercise. I recommend it. Just make sure you take those safety precautions that I talked about, and then keep those movements crisp and pause at the top. Extend the time under tension. If you like what you're seeing on these videos, or if you have comments about this exercise, questions about this exercise, please comment below. If you like what you're seeing, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, please share it with anyone, coaches, lifters, that you think could get something out of this. Have a good day, and I will see you next time in the Ironwood Gym.